Fortunate's the key word here. That's it. You know, you can call it lucky, fortunate, grateful, anything you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I'm here.
A survivor of last week's deadly interstate pileup sits down exclusively with Fox 8 to recount those terrifying moments when he was pinned in his burning pickup. It's been a week since a deadly pileup claimed the lives of 7 people and injured dozens of others, ultimately involving 168 vehicles on I-55. David Jones sat down with a Madisonville man who escaped fast-moving flames through the sunroof of his truck.
Lorna, North Shore man says he's thankful for what he calls divine intervention, which saved his life last week. He received some pretty serious injuries, but is back home now and speaking only with Fox 8.
I asked my wife, am I really here? That's how deep it can get to you.
Rick Elu says he looks at the world and at driving much differently now.
I'm very fortunate to be here. I'm extremely fortunate.
The 62-year-old Madisonville man was on his way to the airport October 23rd for an 11 a.m. flight, heading south on I-55, driving through a thick blanket of fog.
Looked up, saw that there was nothing but red lights, stopped. I was actually pretty proud of myself that I stopped without hitting anything. And for about 5 seconds, I just kind of debated whether or not I should get out the car.
He stayed in, the first of a series of decisions that would ultimately save his life. An 18-wheeler slammed into the back of his Toyota pickup truck.
The impact was absolutely incredible. I remember being lunged backwards. I don't know how to describe the impact or the force, but I just felt everything moving forward and me moving backwards.
He blacked out.
And when I did wake up, I woke up with my arm tangled in between the steering wheel and the dash. Ears ringing, I mean just ears ringing, and I felt my arm pounding and my head pounding, and my hips felt like they were on fire.
First, he tried to get out of the driver's side door, but he was pinned in. He maneuvered over the center console into the passenger seat. That door was pinned shut as well. As powder dust hung in the cab from his airbags, Elu says he looked behind and saw flames erupting from the bed of his truck.
I got to tell you, at that point in time, a little bit of panic set in. I tried to beat up against the glass.
He says other motorists tried to get to his truck doors without success.
And I just said, oh God, this must be pretty bad. I must be on fire. And I turned around and looked, and the fire was coming closer toward the back glass of the car. I mean, exactly where it was at, I don't know, but it looked like all I saw was flames.
He looked up.
I don't know if you believe in any kind of divine intervention, but with my head in the back seat looking up, the open button on the sunroof was like completely illuminated. It's like something I just can't remember seeing.
Elu pressed the button and the sunroof opened.
Now people are really screaming, you know, get out now, sir, you're on fire.
He pulled himself onto the roof, sliding down the front of the truck, helped out by 2 other motorists.
The thing was on the brink of exploding. And when they got me off completely, maybe 30 seconds later, the cab was engulfed. All I heard for the next, David, it had to be 2 minutes was screeching and pounding of cars hitting. It wasn't 30 seconds, it was a couple of minutes.
Elu described the scene as apocalyptic.
When I look back, the flames were at the rear cab.
He says an individual with law enforcement was next to him, also involved in the crash.
He started screaming, get down, because they had ammo rounds going off. Evidently he was going to target practice. As bad as all this may sound to everyone, you know, I'm thankful to be here, and I know a lot of other people are thankful, right, that they made it through this.
Survival was at the top of mind, he said, along with his wife, kids, and grandkids.
It's like I can just imagine her getting the news that I was burned to death. When I saw the vehicle and saw how bad it was burned, it set me back a little bit because I'd have been in ash, right, with the intensity of the fire.
Elu says the best of humanity was on display that morning. He sat on the bridge with others for hours, strangers putting cold water on him, propping his head up with toilet paper rolls.
An incredible show of humanity, which is like so unexpected for the times that we're living in right now.
Elu says he's learned that motorists should have an escape plan and never panic. Always carry an emergency tool within arm's reach in your car to shatter a window if you need to. Most importantly, he says it's never safe or worth it to drive in thick fog. Lauren?